starting, what is investment mentality? I give you 3 definitions. What is investment mentality? Number 1, investment mentality is a mindset that is concerned about the multiplication of all that you have. A mindset that every time money comes into your hand, the Bible says the thought of the diligent tends only to plenteousness. It means that when you have 100,000, you are thinking, how can I turn this 100,000 into 300,000? When you have $1,000, you are thinking, how can I turn this $1,000 into $4,000? That's investment mentality. It's always thinking multiplication. Every time money comes into your hand, and the first thing you are thinking of is, what can I buy? You don't have investment mentality. Why? You heard people say, when careless money came into my hand last week. No, there are no careless money, only careless people. Just like there are no manual jobs, only manual mind. When you are washing plates in Nigeria, you say it's manual job. You go and wash plates in London, you say you have a job. It's the same job. It's your mind. Hello? You can have dignity in labor and wash plates and scale plate washing and come up with plate washing machine, and then before you know it, machines can be washing plates for you in 1,000 places, and before you know you are a billionaire washing plates. It's because you think small. That's why you think that that job is manual. It's not manual. You are doing it manually. You can automate what is manual and turn it onto the next dimension. Hello? So number 1, investment mentality is what? A mindset that is concerned about the acquisition or about the multiplication of all that you are. Number 2, investment mentality is a mindset that is concerned about the acquisition of assets and not liabilities. Investment mentality is a mindset that is concerned about the acquisition of assets and not liabilities. What is an asset? Number 1, an asset is anything that appreciates in value. What's an asset? Number 2, an asset is anything that produces cash flow. What's a liability? A liability is whatever depreciates in value. What's a liability? A liability is whatever takes money out of your pocket. So if you want to be all that you need to be, you need to develop investment mentality. What does that mean? Acquiring assets and not liabilities. For many of you, your bungalow is in your wardrobe. It's in your wardrobe. Bag and shoe to match. Yet your destiny is not matching your bank account. You have Hollandis, you have Abada, you have all kind of 3-piece suits here. You have this designer shoe. You have that designer. You are wearing designer. When will somebody wear your name? And you are proud and arrogant that you are wearing Gucci. You are wearing Louis Vuitton. When will they wear Taju? When will they wear Sade? When will you look? All these things you are wearing is somebody else's brainchild. What is wrong with your own brain? When will your own brain give birth to a child that people will pay for? And then you fill all your life with all kinds of liabilities, and you are wondering. The next thing you say is village people. Which village people? Village what? Better stop all this spiritual arrogance. Says village people, the devil is after me. Who are you? Think where? Who you be? Who are you? When you go to the road now and you see a PSP truck carrying waste, do you see Mopo following the PSP truck? But when you see a bullion van, what do you see? When you go to Face Me, I Face You, tenement building, do you see gatesman at the door? Say the devil is after you. Please, let's stop all this spiritual arrogance. Who are you that the devil is after you? How many souls have you won this year? How many dead bodies have you raised? How many impacts have you made that the devil is after you? Please help me answer. If the devil captures you, is that a testimony? You that have committed 2 abortions this year already. You that have 3 side chicks and you are a side cock. You that have not prayed 1 hour since January to date. You that have not read Bible from Genesis to Revelation since you got born again. You said the devil is after you. He has captured you already. We brought you here to set you on fire. Acquisition of assets and not liabilities. So go do an inventory of your life and ask yourself, how many assets do I have? How many liabilities do I have? You'll be shocked that the reason why we are where we are is because we keep acquiring liabilities. Think about it. You have 3 handsets. You don't even have any shares in the telecom industry. Think of it now. Do you know what you're paying for? Air time. Repeat after me. Air time. Is air for sale? Is time for sale? Why are you paying? You are paying because somebody used his brain to create a technology to make you to pay for air and time that the creator gave you free of charge. Number 3, what is investment mentality? Investment mentality is a mindset that is concerned about bringing you to a level in your life where you will no more work for money, but money will work for you. Listen to me, people of God. There is nothing wrong working for money. We all start from that realm, but don't die there. As you begin to work for money, begin to gain financial intelligence, begin to develop yourself so that you get to a season in your life where you no more work for money, but money will work for you. Now listen and listen well. I personally do not believe that anybody should work for more than 15 years of their active life until they have something working for them. So that means that from the very first day you get your first job, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, whatever your age, when you get your first job, from that day start planning your exit strategy from poverty. From that day, begin to ask yourself, in the next 10 years, in the next 15 years, will I still need to depend on this salary? Because salary is salary. It can never be enough. Let me give you an inside information. Are you ready for this now? Every time you get to a company, the very minute you resume, check out the lives of people that have been in that company for 10, 15, 20 years. Whatever is the level of their life, that is the prophetic picture of your future. You know, Christians say God forbid. There are many things that God forbids that life permits. There are many things that God has forbidden that your actions and your choices are permitted. So what's investment mentality? It's a mindset that is concerned about bringing you to a level where what? You don't work for money, but money work for you. So if you spend your life laboring and then you are saving and investing and you are putting structures in place for cash flow, you will get to a point where whether you work or not, the investments you have made, the assets you have acquired will continue to produce cash flow so that even when you are sleeping, money is working for you. Text with account number. Somebody that has never spoken to you in 5 years, the first time they are speaking to you is urgent 5K, urgent 10K. Why? Because they just feel they are entitled. And if you don't respond within the window they expect you to respond, guess what? The next thing is insult. Because with 200 naira airtime, even borrow me credit of 50 naira, they can begin to insult anybody. Why? Because people just feel that they are entitled to the source of your labor. And I tell people, I work hard. I work hard for my money here, and I've got to be led to give it to you. So I work hard, I have my money, and I will eat it with my full chest. Whether you like it or not, that's your business. Because it's not your money, it is my money. And then they will start quoting scripture. The Bible says, give and it shall be given to you. You know, the Bible says, if your brother come to you, do not tell him to go and come back again. I say, I don't know which Bible you are reading. Because when they say give and it shall be given unto you, did he say give money? I can give you advice. I can give you recommendation. I can give you counsel. So why must it be money? Did you see money there? Number 5. The 5th mindset that you need to eradicate is you must eradicate materialism mentality. Materialism mentality is that mindset that makes you to focus on material things. We live in a world where people are honored as a result of what they have. Listen and listen well, great things comes in silence. You need to understand that the empty barrels makes the greatest noise. I don't care how many people's names are on the Forbes list of billionaires. The richest people, Forbes does not even have the right to publish their name. Forbes is too small. The entire Forbes million, all their billion put together, they're not born them where made them mention the name of the richest people. So Forbes does not even have the right to be able to mention some people's name to say you are the rich. Who are you to rate who is rich and who is poor? They will call all the Forbes family together and sit them down and school them in the school of money. So listen and listen well. When you begin to think, well, I have car. No, you are not what you drive. You are what drives you. You are not what you wear, you are what wears you. You are not where you live, you are what lives in you. So you need to avoid all this materialism mentality. A lot of people today, you don't look. Okay, you have bag and shoe to match, your destiny is not matching your bank account. You are wearing bone straight, your destiny is not straight. 3 handsets like a 419. You are wearing 3-piece suit, you don't have 3-story building. 6 figure, you don't have 6-pack. Who did this to you? So you need to rise above materialism. You have a car, and so what? You live on the island, and so what? All this, because that's why many people are living beyond their means. You are now parking a 15 million naira car in a 7 million naira rented apartment. In Lagos now, the illiterate are the landlord, the educated ones are the tenants. You now park a 15 million naira car in a 7 million naira rented apartment, and the landlord will now be calling you Oga tenants. So you need to eradicate what? Materialism mentality. Let's go fast. Now, once you are able to eradicate this mindset, it will now put you in a position to develop investment mentality. If you are right, got less than 10 minutes more. How do you know whether you have investment mentality or not? Simple. Answer one question. What do you do with your money? That's all. What do you do with your money? Your answer to that question will tell me whether you have investment mentality or not. Why? Because there are only three things you can do with money. Number one, you can waste it. Number two, you can spend it. Number three, you can invest it. Waste, spend, or invest. Are you ready to go deeper? Foolish people waste money. Average people spend money. Wise people invest money. So if you are a waster or just a spender, you're going to find it very, very difficult to be able to create that, because that's what they missed. Many of you don't realize that all the money, you see, some of the prayers you are praying were answered 13 years ago. So the prayers you are praying are expired prayer. Oh Lord, make me a millionaire. You're already a millionaire in multiple fold. Do you know that for many of you sitting down here right now, in 2017, over 1 million went through your hand? Which one do you have left? Because you did not see 1 million once, you did not know that cumulatively over 1 million has already passed through your hand. Yet you are praying to be a millionaire, whereas 7 years ago you were already a millionaire. Why? Because we don't take time to have a documentation of our income and our expenditure. And when you don't have this documentation, you will be able to now to manage your life effectively. Because once your expenditure is greater than your income, your upkeep becomes your downfall. And many of us don't understand that money is tripartite. Money is the spirit. Money has a soul. Money lives in the body. The spirit of money is mammon. The soul of money is value. That's what runs the market forces. The body of money is currency. That's the paper in your pocket. Money has a past. Money has a present. Money has a future. So every time money enters into your hand, a portion of that money belongs to your past to take care of the bills that has already been incurred. A portion of that money belongs to your present to take care of your ongoing obligations. A portion of that money belongs to your future to create your future. It's called savings and investment. There is nothing called future. There is nothing called tomorrow. It's a concept. Today is the tomorrow you spoke about yesterday. Today is the future of yesterday. So listen and listen well. Every time you are singing, my future is bright, and we get there, stop fooling yourself. You sang it 10 years ago. Is your future bright now? 10 years ago you said your future is bright. 10 years later, is it bright? There is no bright future anywhere. The only bright future you have is the one you create. Because the future you create is the future you inhabit. So every time you eat every money that comes, you have eaten your past, your present, and your future. I cannot afford to save. You cannot afford not to save. So if you have investment mentality, you will not just be a waster. You will not just be a spender. You will be an investor. You will know the right things to do with all the resources that comes into your hand. And guess what? Listen. Do you know that every time you pray, oh God, I need a miracle. I need 100,000. Do you know that saving 10,000 naira every month will cause your prayer to be answered in 10 months? You want 100,000. But you know why? Because in your religious mind, when you are praying for God to give you 100,000, you have pictured a rich man or one uncle in your subconscious mind that, okay, we just come and give you 100,000. Because you have become a witch and a wizard. Pentecostal witchcrafts. And then you start praying, oh Lord, let destiny helpers locate me. Look, every seed produces after its own kind. If you are praying for destiny helper, have you ever been a destiny helper to somebody? Have you ever sown the seed that will qualify for that harvest? That's why many of you are frustrated, because many of your prayers are founded on covetousness and greed. It's not founded on the covenant truth. And that's why you are confused, because you now think that God does not answer prayer. He answers prayer. Hello?